Hi, this is Mark from Show Me Construction, and today I'm going to patch a drywall spot where I moved a plug last week. And so I'm going to show you how to do it, a fast, easy way to do it without having to tear it up. You don't have to put a piece of wood in there to screw on backing. We're going to use what is called a butterfly patch. Now the butterfly patch, the way you do it is, your patch needs to be about 3 inches bigger than the hole each way. So this is 3 inches by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go 6 by 6 3/4. There's 6 inches, and I'm just going to use the tape and my knife, scribe it with my finger, and 6 3/4 this way. Okay, that's going to be the size of my patch. So I hold it like this, and I scribe down with my knife. And then I'll hold it this way, and I'll scribe with my knife either way. And then you take and fold this and just peel it back. You don't want to pull the paper away from the front. You just peel, you break it, and you peel up with it like that to pull it away. Just like that. And the paper is still attached to the front. I'm just going to take and clean this little bit off. There, just like that. Now that patch will fit right in there. Perfect. Now I'm going to mix up some 20-minute This is 20-minute QuickSet Light. Buy at Home Depot or Lowe's. And this sets up pretty fast, so just mix up about as much as you're going to need. You don't have to mix up a whole pan for a little patch. I'll put some water in it. Doesn't take a lot of water. You want it to be, you're going to have to work with it a little bit. You want it a little bit thicker than a pancake batter, but you don't want it watery. See, I can just watch it. And it's all mixed up. Well, the consistency that you want is a little thicker than pancake batter. Now they make this in 5-minute, 20-minute, 45-minute, 90-minute. This little patch here, I probably would have used 5-minute mud, but you really got to work quick. And the purposes of with using this for a video, I chose 20 minutes to give myself a little more time to work with it. And then what you do, you just butter the 4 sides of your patch. Then you put it on the wall and go ahead and let it stick into the hole a little bit. About 2 inches all the way around is that's what you're wanting to achieve. You want it to stick into the patch, into the hole. You take and you stick your patch on there. Stick it right in there. And don't push in on the center. Just take on a 45-degree angle and pull. Pull the opposite direction. You want to get all the mud out from under it. And try to pull that patch. And now you can see here, this drywall right in here is the same as the drywall all the way around. So there's no point in building this up with mud. It's not necessary. All you want to do is basically the seams. You want to make that little line right there disappear. That's what your goal is. So you do your first coat. That's good for a first coat. Now we're going to let this dry and we'll lightly sand it, and then we'll go over it one more time and it'll be ready to slap a little bit of primer on there and paint it. Okay, now the first coat is dry and I'm going to lightly sand it and possibly put one more skim coat on it and get it ready for paint. Okay, it's really smooth, but I'm going to go ahead and throw one more coat on it just so I don't have to. I'm just going to go ahead and throw just a light one on it. But you can see it doesn't take a lot of drywall mud, because this is drywall just like this. It's paper, so you don't have to cake it on to make a bump, is what I'm saying. But I'm going to put another coat on it. Okay, this is the second batch. That first batch is already hard and thrown away. That's why I say you don't want to mix up much more of this than what you need, because you're just going to end up wasting it if you do. You mix up a whole pan just for a little patch. In construction terminology, they would call this hot mud. And that's pretty much it. Doesn't take a lot. You spread it out, just to thin it up, and then we'll sand it down. We'll sand it down one more time when it dries, and it'll be ready to paint. Well, the patch is now dry, the second coat, and now I'm going to lightly sand it. And there you go. It's like it never happened. Now I'm just going to clean this up and put a coat of primer on it. I want to say one thing about priming. When you're doing a patch like this, whether it's this size or even a little smaller, or even caulking, if you can paint it, put 2 coats of paint on it and it will cover, but depending on the way you stand and the light shining on it, if you don't prime that patch before you paint it, you will see it. So I'm going to put a coat of 1, 2, 3 primer on it, and when that dries, and it dries pretty quick, 30 minutes, the primer's dry, and then I'm going to slap a color match paint on it, and it'll be like it never happened. Okay, now I'm going to prime it, and I'm going to use this Bullseye 123 primer. It's a nice blocker, stain blocker, but it's a nice, just an all nice primer. And I'm just going to brush on the first coat. You just need 1 coat of primer, but I'm just going to brush it on. I'm not going to roll this on. And some guys would say, well, you know, Mark, I hate painting. Well, so do I, but somebody's got to do the video. And you just put a light coat on. It doesn't take a lot of primer. and just do real quick strokes. You want to try to make it so you don't see the, your brush lines. That's ideally is what you want to do. If I had a big spot, I would use a roller, but on this little one, I'm not going to mess with it. And we're not trying to prime the whole wall, just the part where we patched. That's the only thing you need to prime. There you go. Okay, the primer is dry, and now I'm going to go ahead and slap the paint color on it. I got this little thing here at Home Depot. It's really a neat deal. It fits right onto the rim of the can, the inside rim, just like that. And you can pour your paint in a paint tray as much as you need there. And I'll just let that sit and run back into the can. But it doesn't get paint all over the side of the can. All right. I'm rolling this one on because the rest of this wall was rolled and I want it to match. Well, the patch is all dry now. The spot's dry and it's like it never happened. Well, the hole is patched and it's painted. If I've helped you and you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Mark from Show Me Construction. Today, I'm going to patch this hole that I created last weekend when I moved a plug. But first, I'm going to finish my tea. Man, I like it when a plan comes together. Yeah, look at that. Nice and flat. It's steak tonight.